Hey, this is Jared from Carbon Digital, and today we're doing some website topological reviews. If you don't know what that means, we're looking at the website and just telling you what we see as problems. And we're trying to see if we can't align that to your goal, but we will do what we can. If you haven't met me before, I say we a lot instead of I, so get used to it. So let's dive right in. The first one here is called Iron Mountain Excavation LLC. Okay. So right out the gate, this financing now available modal here, or the layman's call it a pop-up. No, just fucking no. Not only is it disturbingly taking up the most critical eye space of the website, it's also got a crappy looking image. So it's just not supposed to be here. Realistically, this thing showed up as soon as the website popped up. There was no time delay, there was no scroll delay. It was just like boom, it was like website smack, kick you in the face. And that's not what you want. That is a bad customer experience, or we normally call that a user experience or UX. That's a bad UX. That's not going to help people hire you, because if the first thing that they do when they go to their website, your website, is they have to click out of this and close it, that sucks, right? That is not going to be a good thing. Um, doing a quick thing here. The gray and the white is kind of a weird combination, but it kind of works. The thing that really throws this off is this image, not because of the content of the image, but of the brightness of the image. The image seems a lot brighter and vibrant than the rest of the website so far. You kind of want to darken that up a little bit, and you want some text here actually over the image to really help people decide, yep, this is where you want to be. Typically, I'm guessing that's what this is for. Um, you're going to want H1s, and there is your H1. Yeah, so typically that would just be over the image as text, and then this image would be darkened up quite a bit. That'll at least make this section more refined and unified with the actual website branding, the colors and text and font styles and stuff that you've chosen for this business. Moving further down, this about us section, holy shit. Uh, Clearly that needs to be expanded on. The thing is that people respond to actual content. Um, in the grand scheme of things, especially when you're looking at social media, people respond to video, images, text. And so that same level of responsiveness on the website tends, excuse me, sometimes it's region specific, sometimes it's industry specific, but it tends to be kind of the same. The problem is that not everybody has video. And so a lot of times you'll see imagery being leveraged. Um, but you got nothing here, dude. So definitely expand on this quite a bit. The About Us is supposed to do two major things, which I'm guessing you have a page for that as well. But About Us really serves two purposes. Purpose one is to tell the story of the company. What's your story? How'd you get here? Blah, blah, blah. Part two is uh, how do I work with you? And so there's a lot of capability within that to actually do something more than a sentence, which also gives you the ability to leverage some imagery. And if you have any video of, you know, these two machines here being leveraged to actually clean that up, then that'll be useful as well. Excuse me. Okay. And then you go straight into get a free estimate and the form here. Okay. The form's not bad. I mean, it's a form. Realistically, if you could ask more questions, maybe you could get more pointed information that will help you actually get somewhere. Realistically, if you can ask questions that are relevant to your service, that will help you more accurately quote the project within a faster timeline, then that's going to be good for you. Because if this is all that you're asking, then you're kind of calling in blind. And whenever you do that, you have to be reactive. It's kind of like a lot of us out here on this thread are veterans. So it's kind of like, first one through the door kind of thing where, you may or may not know that there's people inside, but at the same time, if you're still first one through the door, you're the first one to get the surprise. It's the same thing when your contact form is limited like this, especially if the premise of the form is a free estimate. So I would definitely look and see if you can massage that a little bit to improve the questions so that you can improve your position, whatever you call them. This, yeah, that's dumb. This needs to go up. This needs to go above the form. Because the whole premise is, this is contact us section. And then this map, it's not really doing you any good. You need to zoom out a bit. I would say until you get something recognizable. Probably about there. Because Missoula is Missouri, I think. And so that will at least show people where you're at. Because if I've never Missoula, Montana, sorry. If I've never heard of Pierce, Idaho, then I'm gonna be like, okay, somewhere in Idaho. I have no context. And to be honest, I don't know if the people in Idaho are gonna have context either. Um, I just don't know how well. I mean, this is clearly too much because it's zoomed out too far. If you're doing excavating, you're probably not traveling that far. Um, but yeah, something of this level would be good. Down here at the footer, copyright 2023. Yep, that needs to be updated. And then a link for financing. Okay. Your footer definitely needs to be beefed up. This is highly insufficient. Just the mere fact of having a website, you're going to want a privacy policy. You're going to want terms and conditions. That's so you're and you're probably going to want an accessibility policy, right? So that's 3 legal policies that you want to include in your footer. Then on top of that, you also want to provide links in the footer that give people a place to navigate to, because you want to keep them on the website. You don't want them to just go to the end and be like, well, that's it. Okay. And leave. Even if they make it to the end, that's what's going to happen 9 times out of 10. The only reason that someone would stay is if they desperately need this service immediately. And Yeah, I'm guessing that a lot of the work for this comes from referrals because it's not coming from the website. Okay, a gallery, which is interesting. Some of these pictures are going to be useful, but here's the thing. Having a gallery or showing off your work. All right, let's keep it simple like that. Showing off your work requires much more thought than throwing up a bunch of pictures and hoping that it tells a story, right? The thing is that there's a phrase out there that says a picture tells 1,000 words. This is true. However, comma, does the picture say the 1,000 words that you want them to say? And if the answer is not yes, all 1,000 words, then you need to do more. And that typically comes in the form of actually writing content. Hey, especially this one. Okay, good. It stops. Especially this one here. Okay. I don't care. Motherfucker. You know what? Open image and new tab. Good. Especially this one here. Okay. Here's why. You have a mountainside being cleaned up in front of a river. Here you have all the trees in the background, you have the mountain range in the background, you have the water, right? Many people are going to look at this and be like, "Oh, that's so pretty." Right? Even guys are going to stop and be like, "Oh, that's cool." Right? They're not going to use the word pretty, but they're going to be like, "Oh shit, okay, cool." Right? That's going to be their reaction. So if the only thing you have is this image, you're not really selling yourself. What you really need to have is answer the question of what happened here. Because by looking at this picture, I want to know. I want to know what happened here. I want to know why this was cleaned up. I want to know what was built here. I want to see pictures of what happened afterwards, right? Especially if this turned into like, I'm guessing there's a home built here, but if this turned into a mountainside mansion, hell yes, we want to see that. Um, so telling the story of what you've done is and what that work resulted in is going to be more impactful than just throwing up some pictures. All right. Services. Okay. This is the same mistake that everyone makes on their website. Okay. Um, I see a list of these services and there's absolutely nothing to click on. So there is no place here for you to expand on the thing that we just talked about with the gallery. There's nothing here for you to tell the story of, to expand on, to really get into detail about what your service covers and really put some thought into those words. Okay. I guarantee you, if I was building this website, all of these services would have a dedicated page for the service. I guarantee you this. And the reason why is because this page is for services. It's for all services. All right. Just think of as a general premise, it's not exactly correct, but as a general premise, you can have one keyword per page. Okay. So this keyword for this page is services. It's not house, pads, driveways, excavation, installation, fire, road, driveway. It's not any of those words. It's services. Excuse me. Shit. So if the keyword for this page is services, then how are people going to find you if they want you to put in, to clean up a new driveway? Well, you need a page for driveways. And if they want to bring you in to do some road maintenance like this here, are they going to find you through services if that's your keyword? No. They're going to find you through road maintenance. And so you need a page for that. And that's the base premise of expanding your website. I guarantee you every other website I'm going to look at today are going to have these same exact problems. The difference is going to be is who's going to actually take action. So this is a good example of a client website that would be the beginning pictures. Excuse me. Whereas the end result is completely overhauled. So I know that's a lot of shit. It's not even covering everything. That only covers like 10%. I didn't do any audits. I didn't pull up any tools. The short version is you have some restructuring to do. You have some additional content to add, and I hope that you do it. I really do. Just for the sake of putting it out there. Also check to make sure that you have Google Analytics on your website. Make sure it also tracks conversions, which is through Google Tag Manager, the Facebook Pixel, and then either Microsoft Clarity or Hotjar. Make sure that those are added. Oh, and Google Search Console. Make sure those are added so you can actually see what the hell's going on with your website. If you can see what's happening, maybe that'll prompt you to actually look into the problem to try to find a solution. So, sir, I hope you get it worked out. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, complaints, send them over. Until next time, take it easy.